Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Polymath Learning. This is Preeti Singh, a passionate technical trainer and mentor specializing in Java full stack, Python full stack, artificial intelligence and generative AI. So if you're watching this video, chances are very high that you have heard these words like artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, chat GPT or generative AI. Maybe you have even used ChatGPT to write an assignment or generate the code. But have you ever wondered how does ChatGPT actually generate answers? What is the difference between AI and machine learning? Why is suddenly everyone is talking about LLM, that is large language model? What exactly prompt engineering is? And most importantly, how can you build a career in this field? So, if these questions have ever crossed your mind, then you have come to the right place. Let me talk about this playlist where I am starting the generative AI course. So, this is not just another video explaining ChatGPT. This is complete beginner friendly generative AI playlist. I am designing this series for students, fresher software developers, educator, and anyone curious about AI. Even if you have never written a line of Python or studied artificial intelligence before, you don't need to worry about it. We will start from absolute basic and gradually build our understanding step by step. Let's have a look at what's happening around us. Before I start explaining you agenda, the further slides in that I have for understanding artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and ChatGPT, let's understand when you open YouTube, it recommends video. Why? What is happening around us? When you shop Amazon, it suggests product. When you use Google Map, it finds the fastest route. Netflix is recommending the movies. Instagram shows personalized reels. Gmail is detecting the spam email automatically. ChatGPT writes lots of things, the codes, application codes, emails, essay, and even it explains the difficult topics. What do all these have in common? Behind all of them is artificial intelligence. AI is no longer a futuristic technology, it's already part of our daily life. So, most of the places you can observe that you are starting with the Python code, mathematical formulas, or complex algorithm, where on those playlists you are not able to understand what is exactly happening. What is the foundation of the artificial intelligence? The problem is that the beginner often feel lost because they don't understand the foundation. So in this playlist, we are going to do something different. Instead of memorizing definition, we will understand every concept through simple language, real world example, stories, and live demonstration. Let me talk about the agenda today. Let's quickly look at what we will cover in the series. Our journey begin with generative AI, the first point. We'll first understand what's the word generate actually means. We'll answer questions like what is generative AI? How is it different from traditional AI? Can AI really create original content? How does it generate text, images, music, and videos? Next is artificial intelligence. Before understanding generative AI, we need to have a clear understanding about artificial intelligence. What exactly AI is? Is AI just robot? Does AI think like humans? How does a computer become intelligent? And we are going to get answer of all these questions. The next term is machine learning. Once we understand AI, we will move to machine learning. Machine learning is one of the most important concept in AI. Instead of programming a computer with every rule, we teach it using data. What is machine learning? How machine learn from data? What is supervised and unsupervised types of machine learning? Some real world example like spam detection, recommendation system on Netflix and or Amazon for the product purchase, and the fraud detection in banking transactions. That is something which we are going to learn in the deep learning. Next comes deep learning, the fourth point, which you can see on the screen. This is where AI become truly powerful. Deep learning enables computers to recognize faces, understand speech, translate languages, drive autonomous cars, and much more. So, we are going to learn what are neural networks, why it is called deep learning, how is it inspired by the human brain, why deep learning made ChatGPT possible. The next is exploring ChatGPT. Then we will spend some time understanding on the most popular AI tool in the world called ChatGPT. Instead of simply asking question, we will explore how can ChatGPT work, its strengths and limitations, and when you should trust it, when you should verify its answer. Practical use cases for students, developers, and professionals I'm going to cover in this session. Large language model. Once you are comfortable with ChatGPT, we will go one level deeper. You will often hear people talking about LLMs. That's nothing but your large language model. Here we will answer what is LLM, why is it called large, how does it understand language, how does it predict the next word, and why does it sometimes make mistakes. So by end of this section, you will understand the technology powering modern AI assistant. The next part is prompt engineering. How you notice that two people ask ChatGPT similar question but receives the complete different answer. You might have noticed it, or maybe you are only typing the same question differently and you are getting answer differently. So the secret is prompt, the command which you are giving. So a prompt is simply the instruction, or you can say the command we give to an AI model. We will learn how to write effective prompts that produce accurate details and useful responses. This is one of the most practical skill you will gain from this playlist. Next is embeddings. Embeddings may sounds like an advanced topic, but wait, I will explain it using simple example. Computer don't understand words the way humans speak, the way human understand. They convert words into the numerical representation of the numerical or the numbers are called embeddings over here. Okay, so why embeddings are needed, how computer understand similarly like a human being, how semantic search works, why embeddings are important in modern AI system, that is all we are going to learn in this. The last one is fine tuning. Finally, we will explore fine tuning. Imagine you are hiring a graduate engineer. They already have general knowledge, but before working on your company or your particular project of your company, they need additional training. So that's exactly what fine tuning does. We will learn how organization customize pre-trained AI model using their own domain specific data. That is all something which we are going to cover in this playlist. Let's move towards the next slide. Here you can see AI, artificial intelligence hierarchy. Well, let me first tell you what exactly the artificial intelligence is in short. So AI is the broad field of computer science that enables machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. So these tasks include learning, reasoning, decision making, and problem solving. AI is the foundation of all the technologies we will discuss in today's session. So it is enabling the machine to mimic or behave like a human intelligence or like a human being. The next one is ML. It's machine learning. Machine learning is subset of artificial intelligence. Instead of following fixed rule, okay, machine learns from data and improve their performance through experience. It is widely used for prediction, recommendations, and pattern recognition. The next is deep learning. You can see this area which is in blue. Deep learning is a specialized branch of machine learning. that uses multi-layer neural network inspired by the human brain. It can process complex data such as images, audios, and natural languages. Technologies like face recognition and speech assistance are powered by deep learning. For example, if you are if your phone is getting unlocked by your face, that is nothing but it is happening because of deep learning that we are going to cover in detail in further session. And last but not the least, generative AI. So generative AI is a type of deep learning that is creating new content instead of just analyzing data like machine learning. So it can generate text, images, music, videos, and computer codes based on user instructions. So ChatGPT is one of the most popular example of generative AI. So now that we have understood about what is artificial intelligence, where all we can work with that, let's see where AI is being used in our daily lives. You might be surprised to know what AI is already all around us. Let's talk about finance. First, let's understand AI is helping the bank and financial institutions to detect the fraud, right? If there is any banking transactions, it will help the bank to find out the fraud transactions. It manages the financial risk and automate customer services. For example, if someone suddenly tries to use your credit card in another country, AI can quickly identify the unusual activity and alert to the bank. Send the alert message and notification to the bank. Next one is autonomous vehicle. You must have heard about it. mm, might not have used or you've not seen somebody using it, but yes, it is there and it exists. We can call it self-driving vehicles. AI processes data from cameras, sensors, and GPS system to understand the surroundings, detects obstacles, recognize traffic signs, and make driving decisions in real time. Companies like Tesla are heavily Tesla and Waymo. They are heavily using AI in this field. And of course, the software development. AI is also transforming software development. Modern AI tools assist development in writing code, suggesting improvements, testing the code, identifying the bugs, and even generating complete functions. Tools like GitHub Copilot and you know about ChatGPT, they have significantly increased developers' productivity. These are just a few examples. AI is not limited to these domains. It is also we can expand it healthcare, education, e-commerce, cyber security, and many other industries are involved. So in the upcoming videos we will explore these applications in much more details.